This video is about how to change student learning outcomes in eLumen and is intended for faculty who have a coordinator role. This can be course coordinator, department coordinator, or division coordinator. Only those with an assigned coordinator role will be able to change, version, or edit student learning outcomes. Before changing any outcomes in eLumen, first double-check that the outcomes have been updated in CurricuNet. Outcomes should only be changed in eLumen after the changes have become effective in CurricuNet, not before. You can do this by opening up CurricuNet and clicking on this little notebook icon. This will show you your student learning outcomes, which we can then leave open so that we can copy and paste here in just a moment. Once you have logged into eLumen, make sure that you choose the correct coordinator role. Also make sure that you will have chosen the correct department that you're going to work in. Once you have done so, go to the tab Outcomes and Assessments. This will show you outcomes for all of the courses for which you are a coordinator. To add a SLO, simply find the correct course, click on the blue button. Now here's a nice little copy and paste shortcut. If you have this open in another tab, you can simply highlight the terms, click Control-C to copy, hit Control-V, and now there's no discrepancy between the two. Hit Save, and now you'll be taken to a screen to choose the initial term for which that student learning outcome will become effective. Then you hit Create CSLO. You should now see, depending upon which semester you chose, you should now see your new student learning outcome. Other options will appear once you click on a particular student learning outcome. You can now see Edit, New Version, History, and more. We'll come back to more in just a second. Edit should only be used if there is a spelling or similarly small typographical error. For example, there's a space at the beginning. I can simply delete the space and hit Save. For more substantial changes, such as actually changing a term, you would want to use New Version. In this case, you can change a term. For example, I added expected, hit Submit, and now there's a version of the SLO. You can hit Save and Continue. You can add it to the curriculum map or just continue on. This is nice if you use New Version because it will then allow you to see the history of what has been changed. If, however, you want to either remove or deactivate a certain student learning outcome, it is preferred that you would use deactivate. Remove will remove the student learning outcome and it will no longer have any evidence of being in the system. Choosing deactivate will keep the SLO listed, but it will now be grayed out. This prevents anyone from choosing it for an assessment creation, but it allows the system to activate the SLO if needed, and it will also keep history. You can also still have remove if you choose to do so at a later date. Lastly, you can edit the order of the student learning outcomes simply by clicking and dragging. This is especially helpful if you have created an assessment based on the number of the student learning outcome in CurricuNet. So simply click and move it to its new location. And you can do this as many times as you'd like. That's it. Again, if you have any questions about SLO creation or editing, please contact your SLOA coordinator.